al-Assad, Khalid Mashal, the head of Hamas, Gula Cohen, who would seem not to fit into that list. Gula Cohen was a conservative, or is a conservative Israeli member of parliament who's retired now, who was a member of Lehi, the Stern gang that used terrorist tactics in the pre-1948 Zionist struggle. So the book really asks, who are the real Zionists? But a question that's commonly asked of me is, well, how do you get to meet these people? I mean, how do you get these interviews? And the book isn't all heavy stuff and heavy documents and citations. So I'd like to read you how I met Khalid Mashal. By the way, I was there on that trip with Peter Coyote, who is an actor and writer. I don't know if you know the name at all, but he's a well-known character actor, lives here in the Bay Area, and he's an excellent writer. So we were in Syria and Lebanon together, and we were at a diplomatic reception. So we were invited to a diplomatic reception for Bahrain's National Day, the equivalent of July 4th for the tiny Persian Gulf Kingdom. Diplomatic receptions are often boring affairs, and I almost didn't go. But free food is free food. I arrive at Damascus's Palace restaurant, where major diplomatic receptions are often held. The room is full of fresh flowers, men with flowing white robes, and women with big hair. Formal events in Syria are a throwback to 1950s fashion. The women are either dressed in hijab, which is the headscarf, or look like hookers after a hard night's work. Lots of eyeshadow, mascara, puffed up hair. The men all look like Syria's former President Hafez al-Assad, short, gray, and sporting clipped mustaches. I fit right in. The reception begins at 7 o'clock, and the buffet tables are piled high with Arabic hors d'oeuvres known as mezza. I want to snack, but our host says to wait. Not wanting to be an ugly American, I wait. I drink lots of tasty fruit juice because no alcohol is served. I see waiters bring out savory rice, lamb, and roasted whole goat. The aromas are killing me. My stomach is rumbling, but I continue to wait. Then at precisely 8 o'clock, a band starts playing Arabic pop music on bagpipes. It's true. That's apparently a signal, because seconds later, the hordes descend on the food tables. Do you remember in Peter O'Toole's leads the Arab masses in Lawrence of Arabia, when he leads the battle against the Ottoman Turks? The scene is recreated before my eyes, except the diplomats aren't chanting, "Lawrence, Lawrence." Diplomats in black elbow their way to the front of the line. A scrum of British surround the goat. Hamas stakes out a position near the fish. Hezbollah has the hummus. Peter and I cleverly walk over to the dessert table, which is almost empty. I eat some excellent baklava and chocolate torte. By the time the line for the main course diminishes, however, we see nothing but cold rice and goat skulls. Then we notice a minor commotion at the center of the room. Diplomats are swarming around a fit-looking man in an elegant suit. Khalid Mashal bristles with energy and good humor. But Mashal's bodyguards treat us as if we are potential assassins. As Peter edges in to hear better, the bodyguards wedge themselves between him and Mashal, always watching in Peter's hands. Mashal is ever the gracious diplomat. He clasps my hand in both of his and says, "Welcome," in the Arabic custom. He agrees immediately to our request for an interview, and with no apparent irony adds, "I'm always happy to meet with Americans." So that's how I got the interview. And by the way, he looks a lot like George Clooney, in case you ever run into him at a diplomatic reception. So with that, I thank you very much for hearing me out tonight, and we can do some questions and answers. Thank you all.
All right. Thanks a lot, Reese. Just a few administrative announcements. Afterwards, Reese's books are on sale, courtesy at the Stanford bookstore. Thanks a lot, guys. And also, I think he has copies of an out-of-print book that he wrote back in the day, Tartar Rock. So feel free to talk to him about that if you're interested. Second thing, Stanford Citizen at War is always looking for new members that want to join and put on events like these. So if you're interested, please talk to me or another member, Shara or Todd, or after the event. I actually had to start off the question and answer session, I had a question myself, since Noam Chomsky wrote the afterword to Conversations with Terrorists, your new book. I thought it might be appropriate to start with a quote from him. So in Necessary Illusions, he says,